My client didn't show up for our appointment for the big project finish, the delivery of my work. Oh, that's gotta hurt. A no-show? What are my obligations now? Yeah, it's a good question, and I'll tell you this. Of course, a question like this definitely has an "it depends" answer, but I'll tell you what factors would influence my decision. There's obviously this thing in the space that's incomplete, and certainly if you've been paid for the work, deliver it, even if you have to email it or post it to a secure shared space and notify the client that it's there for their downloading pleasure. Depending on the scope of the engagement and the nature of the relationship, you could record some videos doing your presentation and say, in whatever way you see fit, look, you were a no-show, but I recorded some videos, here you go. And we can talk about some pros and cons of that approach if you like, or you can reschedule. One of the things that's important to do is to really get clear on the reason for the no-show. And if this is an important relationship to you, I would get clear on that. And you didn't say whether or not they were in communication, but since you said they didn't show up, I'm assuming that they didn't communicate in advance, like, oh my gosh, I won't be able to be there, can we reschedule? If you're saying they didn't show up, that to me sounds like a no-show with no communication. So if they still need this deliverable, if this is still a priority for them, then you can decide whether you want to arrange a replacement appointment to deliver it, so you can have some interactive, deliver your thing and have some interactive training or whatever it is, or at least a great opportunity for some oohs and ahs, right? And collect some testimonials. But if this is an initiative that has actually been backburnered for them, and let's say you got paid for your work, but you know what, things change and it's no longer a priority, I wouldn't drag them into an appointment. And if you got paid and they kept up their fair share of the bargain, I would just make sure that they get it and call it a day, and just make sure that you have mutual agreement that this is the completion of the project. If you haven't gotten paid in full, but you've done the work, then definitely pursue it and find out what was there for them such that they didn't show up. Find out if it was an illness or if this is no longer a priority or whatever it is. And if you did the work, it's fair for you to deliver it and for them to be to keep up their end by paying you. So definitely pursue that. And it just bear in mind the greater relationship. Are you going to do it live? Are you going to record some videos? Or are you going to send it via email? The most difficult thing is if you haven't gotten paid, but it's no longer a priority for them. That's something that you're going to have to negotiate because you certainly did the work. So invite a larger and non-threatening conversation, or hell, a threatening one. Whatever you think will work to get the job done, and whatever kind of space you want to play in for negotiations and communication. So, but definitely don't just leave it at that. Invite some communication and make sure that communication happens.